After a largely sunny day yesterday, things are markedly cloudier for many of us today. And then tomorrow, we are going to see some rain arriving. That's because there is a band of rain out to the west of us. You can see that in the earlier satellite imagery, this swathe of cloud, this long front lingering down to, well, it goes all the way down to what is ex-Hurricane Gabrielle. Now, this is going to stay well to the south of us, but it's heading eastwards across the Azores and then later reaching Portugal as we go through this weekend. But nonetheless, even though it's quite far away from us, the actual low centre, it is influencing this front that is heading our way. The other thing that I wanted to highlight on the pressure sequence is the high pressure. It's this that's been dominating our weather through much of this week, leading to things being so fine and settled, but it has now shifted a little bit further out towards the east, and that's allowing for a bit of an easterly flow across England in particular, and it's on this easterly flow that we're seeing quite a bit of cloud being dragged in, and this cloud is going to filter further westwards as we go through the afternoon. So quite a bit of thick cloud across much of England, even into parts of Wales as we go through this day. Now, across far western parts of Wales, western parts of Devon, Cornwall, actually holding on to the largely sunny skies, and also across many parts of Scotland and Northern Ireland, some decent, brighter, sunny breaks. And where you get the sunshine, yeah, it's going to feel relatively warm, with temperatures peaking in the high teens for many of us. So worth noting some blustery winds, particularly across parts of Northern Ireland as we go through the afternoon. Also across the south-southeast, where we have that thicker cloud, a fresher feel to things, perhaps compared to average for the time of year. Through the evening, actually, some of the clouds going to break up a little bit. Some later glimmers of sunshine across parts of East Anglia and the southeast. Worth bearing in mind there could be a few showers here and there, but yes, the cloud is going to be breaking up as we go overnight. Not totally though, so many places having a slightly cloudier night than some recent nights, and as a result, temperatures perhaps not dropping as low as they have done for many places. The exception perhaps being across parts of East Anglia. Here temperatures could drop low to mid single figures perhaps, and so greater chance of some fog patches than we've seen through some recent mornings. Then we need to talk about this front. It is going to be feeding in across parts of Northern Ireland overnight, and it's going to be quite heavy, and there's going to be some blustery winds mixed in with it. So an unsettled start to the day across Northern Ireland, wet and blustery. Heavy rainfall totals building up as we go through the day, and heavy rain also pushing into parts of west and southwestern Scotland in particular. Now we do have a couple of warnings out. Rainfall totals, especially across southwest Scotland, could be looking at around 60 to 70 millimetres in perhaps the wettest spots, and a lot of that will be coming in just 3 to 6 hours, and as a result that could lead to some impacts, some localised flooding, some travel disruption, spray on the roads. That's going to be a bit of an issue as we go through tomorrow. Also some of that rain feeding into parts of Wales and the far southwest of England, but much of England actually staying largely dry. A few showery spots here and there, but a lot of dry weather around and a decent amount of sunshine across eastern parts. Actually, across eastern areas, it's going to be markedly sunnier, brighter than it will be through today. And that will be represented in the temperatures, feeling a bit warmer. Temperatures up a couple of degrees across parts of the east than today, but further west, well, it's going to feel quite unpleasant at times as that rain pushes through, but worth bearing in mind that across western parts of Northern Ireland, actually, the more persistent rain will have started to clear by the time that we get to the afternoon. Looking ahead to Sunday, and that front does sweep its way through all the time across southern areas, not really seeing a huge amount of rain, but it could actually be lingering for a little while on Sunday across parts of the far southeast, so a bit damp here. More wet weather as well across parts of Scotland in particular. The wraparound of the front brings some outbreaks of rain and a few gusty winds as well to northern parts of Scotland. Elsewhere, just a few showery bursts here and there, but also some bright sunny spells in between, so probably the quieter day of the weekend for many places. And with that, temperatures, well, around average for the time of year, so in any sunshine, not feeling too bad. As we go into next week, there's going to be a bit of a northwest-southeast split, always drier towards the southeast, but we'll have more information on that across our YouTube channel. So subscribe and you'll never miss an update. Bye-bye.